back with another episode of Kicking It with Saint, man. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you for joining me. Yo, absolutely no reason why anybody should still be watching that Thursday night football game, bro. No reason. No reason. If I'm a Colt fan, I'm probably not still watching that shit, man. There's other things I could be doing with this time. Let's start off the pod. If you got what you know you're supposed to have right now, let's go ahead and start the podcast off with that hit. Yo, hold up, bro. I'm kind of slow. I forgot to light mine. So hold up. If you already took a hit, oh well, take another one. But not yet. Hold up. Hold up. All right, now. How y'all doing today, man? Y'all vibing? My mama called me the other day and I had some smoke in my mouth. And I was talking to her. She was telling me about how she wanted me to stop at the store and get some Mucinex and bring it to her because she needed somebody in the house had a cold or some shit like that. They was stopped up. And I had smoke in my mouth, and so she was like, well, dang, you need to get you some too. I said, nah, I'm stopped up for a different reason. But yo, what the fuck, man? The Jets, boy. I'm trying to tell you, that's some Jet type shit. Had y'all happy on Sunday and then let you down on motherfucking Thursday, bro. Good Lord, have mercy. So Mike White didn't even finish the game. He got taken out early with a forearm injury. And he didn't return, so they got Josh Jacobs out there playing. He used to be a Bengal, if I'm not mistaken. Josh Johnson, I'm tripping. I said Josh Jacobs. But yeah, that's the situation going on. And the Colts is running the fuck out of the ball. I think at the moment of me leaving the game, Carson Wentz had like 3 incompletions or 4 incompletions, bro. Like it's a massacre going on out there tonight, fellas. Absolute massacre. No reason why anybody should still be paying attention or looking at that game, man. Absolutely no reason. I kind of figured this was going to happen because Carson Wentz play good against bad teams usually. So I'm not surprised by what's going on tonight. Now, did I think the Colts? Now, I think the best part about the Colts is the run game. Like, that's how you protect Carson Wentz from making bozo plays, is keeping him handing that shit off. Even though, like, I think Carson Wentz is a good quarterback. I just think he make a lot of bozo mistakes and shit like that. And just unwarranted mistakes, much like Patty Mahomes, but who caught a big-ass break for Sunday. But the Colts running the air out the fucking ball right now, bro. Gashing the Jets. They might end up running for over 200 something. Fucking, they probably well past 200 yards at this point on the ground as a team. Like, absolutely slaughtering the Jets on the ground. And I've been getting on this motherfucker telling y'all the Jets defense ain't that bad, man. Listen, bro, you can't hold me accountable for this bullshit that's transpired tonight, bro. I knew the Jets was gonna lose, and I ain't been saying the Jets are defense like they world beaters or something, but they better than what they just pulled off tonight, bro. I don't know what's going on tonight. They need to go ahead and put my boy Joe Flacco in the starting lineup, man. Stop bullshitting. He'll take you there. Well, can't nobody take them motherfucking Jets nowhere this year, but woo, you hate to see it. Well, anyways, the sniffling, man. I'm getting over the cold that I had earlier this week. But y'all know what we doing. Going over the games for the upcoming week of football, man. Week 9. I titled one of the videos wrong once for one of these episodes. I think I called it week 7 2 times in a row. And by the time I tried to delete the tweet, somebody had already liked it. So I was like, fuck it. But first game up, bro. Also, usually I had these motherfuckers ordered, like from the 1 o'clock games, the early games, and all that shit. I don't have them ordered like that this week. Strange week. But hey, bro, y'all motherfuckers got 3 episodes of this in a week, bro. Which is the goal anyway. So, Atlanta, New Orleans. Now, I picked Atlanta to beat Carolina last week, but I was kind of skeptical on it. I don't even remember if I picked them to win that. I think I did. But I was like, yo, I'm kind of hesitant on it because they almost lost to Miami. And Carolina and Atlanta both look bad. So, I mean, it was basically the toilet bowl. But I'll explain what the toilet bowl is in a future episode. But it was basically the toilet bowl last week, and now this week it's Atlanta, New Orleans, and New Orleans got a good record. I think they 5-2. They a game back of Tampa Bay. Obviously, that's New Orleans' Super Bowl. When they play Tampa Bay, they feel like they don't what the fuck is Super Bowl since Tom Brady got there. And I don't know if that's because Jameis there or if they just really like beating Tom Brady. I don't know. But they act like that's their fucking Super Bowl. So I expect them to come back down to earth this week and look normal on offense again. Especially seeing as how Simeon might be the one who's starting. Because every quarterback gets a chance except for Cam Newton. That's not a happy laugh either. If you follow the podcast, I'm very irritated that Cam Newton is the only quarterback to seem to have the accomplishments that he has, but cannot get a chance to play for another team as a backup or fill in for. It's absolutely crazy. But Mike Simeon, what is it? Marcus Simeon. I don't even think that's his name. I'm thinking about the baseball player. Trevor Simeon is going to be the starter for New Orleans on Sunday, I believe, because I think obviously Jameis is out for the rest of the year, and what's the other backup quarterback, the running dude, Taysom Hill. I don't think he healthy yet either. So and this was funny. So I'm picking New Orleans to win it because I think New Orleans defense gonna get it done. The thing is, and I'm not gonna learn my fucking lesson. I talked all that shit about the Falcons and shit like that. The Falcons can win this game. The fact of the matter is, if Matt Ryan go out there and play like a competent fucking quarterback, plays like a good quarterback, they got more weapons than the Saints right now. The Saints just got they just released the news that Mike Thomas not even gonna be playing this year. I hope they trade Mike Thomas. He don't want to be there no more. Clearly, they don't want him there. Clearly, so I hope they end up trading him. Just like the It's not just like the OBJ situation, but just like I want them to get rid of OBJ, like trade OBJ, trade Deshaun. Like I hate it when players get forced to stay in their places they don't want. And I heard Michael Cole on the Pat McAfee show try to use that white man argument. Oh, you should honor your contract and blah blah blah. It's excuses for that. They got excuses for when other athletes do it, and they hate when other. Mind you, he was completely wrong on what he was talking about. OBJ didn't send himself home. OBJ was coming to practice and shit like that. It's funny how they make all these man. Y'all hear me? I'm like a record at this time, but I ain't broken. That's all I'm saying. I'm on repeat trying to give you the facts, man. Baker Mayfield is the problem. He gonna remain the problem, but we're not talking about the fucking Browns right now. New Orleans defense, legit. They've been good the last couple years. And I think New Orleans is going to win this game, especially since the game is in New Orleans. However, because they don't have a good quarterback starting right now, because Trevor Simeon haven't started it since last week was his first time starting. He didn't even start that fucking game. Trevor Simeon, this will be his first time starting since he left Denver, 3-4 years ago? So I don't know how good Trevor Simeon is going to be. I can't really expect too much because you saw how Geno played the rest of his game against the Rams that game, and then the next game looked terrible. That could be the same situation with Trevor Simeon, to be completely honest with you, because the defense now will be prepared for Trevor Simeon next week. So this game could look different, but the Falcons defense ain't that great. The Falcons will be in this game and compete in this game if the offense decide to show up this week. If Matt Ryan decides to show up this week. If he does not, and this is the thing. Because if the Falcons lose this game, that's probably pretty much their season. Because even though the Saints don't have a starting quarterback that I think is competent, I think they so much ahead of the Falcons right now that they'll be able to win out enough games to make the playoffs or the wild card, because the Bucs win in that division. But I believe, I'll get there when I get there. Nah, fuck that. The Saints not beating the Bucs the next time they play if they still rocking with Trevor Simeon. I can almost guarantee you Tom Brady done had enough of this shit. But the Falcons is really, if the Falcons lose this game, bro, it's no way that you go into next season with Matt Ryan and think this shit cool. Like, for one, I don't want to hear about no contract is untradeable. Every contract is tradable. We done seen it too many times before, bro. It's no way, and I done said this on the podcast multiple times, bro. I cannot get behind teams just sitting pat and standing pat and being okay with being mediocre, bad, or just not good enough. When you can if you suck, but you clearly is trying to get better and you doing the things year after year to get better, I have no problem with that. But the Falcons have been stuck in mediocrity to trash since that Super Bowl. and have done nothing to make that team better overall, aside from what, continuously getting offensive players, bringing in, signing guys in the draft. Like, I cannot get over the fact that they drafted a tight end that early in the draft when that defense needed, bro, you could have drafted a cornerback, you could have drafted a defensive back, that's the same thing, you could have drafted a linebacker, a pass rusher, bruh. It made no sense for the Falcons to go out and and sign a draft a tight end, because you could have kept Julio. You could have kept Julio. And I promise you, if they winning right now, and I'm not making light on Calvin Ridley's mental situation, but I guarantee you this losing shit didn't help his mentals none. That's all I'm saying. Calvin Ridley used to winning. Now he used to losing with the Falcons, bro. That'll do some shit to your mental, bro. I'm just telling you. Winners do not like losing, and when you start to lose a lot after you've been winning your whole life, that shit do something to your mental, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, the Falcons done went about this shit all wrong, bro. All wrong. And Matt Ryan clearly can't carry this team anymore. Because the Falcons used to be a team that he could carry along with those weapons, because the defense wasn't that great. They had like 1 year where they was really great, that Super Bowl. After that, they was atrocious. They've been atrocious or average or below average every year. And Matt Ryan, in that offense, to their credit, did carry the load for that team. However, now he can't. And it's not even a situation where, do I think? No, this is getting into the Eli situation where you clearly see he can't carry the team no more. Without Julio there, the offensive numbers done went down. They don't run the ball good. Like, come on. And that's another thing. Bruh, if you're going to draft the offensive player early in the draft, and I do not like drafting running backs early, you need a running back more than you needed a fucking tight end. Like, what? And you just traded for Hayden Hurst the year before that. That's what I'm saying. You could have re-signed Austin Hooper probably for cheap. It don't make sense, the moves that the fucking Falcons is making, bro. Because Austin Hooper look like an overpaid tight end right now in Cleveland. But that's got more to do probably with Baker than to do with Austin Hooper. Because if I'm going to give ODELL a pass, I'm definitely going to give Austin Hooper a pass, because he done proven he can be good. These problems in Cleveland, fam. But we not talking about Cleveland. But like I said, all that to say for Atlanta, if you lose this fucking game on Sunday, Atlanta, you're not just looking at, oh, that's the season. You looking at the fact that, man, here we go again. What the fuck is going to happen? Because if you go into next year, like you went into this year and the year before that with the same quarterback, the same thing, and I bet you they will do something stupid by drafting an offensive lineman or another receiver or a running back in the draft, when they clearly need to start putting together they're not even signing good defensive players in the offseason, like in free agency. And Atlanta is a spot I would think people want to play. And I know they was over the cap or some shit like that, but that's from doing bad contracts and shit. You sign your middle linebacker to a good contract. He haven't been good for you since that year. And he always hurt. The Keanu Neal, who they gave a contract to, not even on the team no more. So many players on that team. Desmond Trufant, I believe, was the great corner on that team at one point in time. He got paid. Haven't been really, good in 2 years? Or I don't even know if he's still on the team no more. So it's just so much shit with the Falcons that they not, bruh, you can tell the great organizations who are prepared for these shifts and shit like this. They might have a year where they off or something like that, but they never get as bad. The Steelers is a great example, bro. The Steelers is going through this Big Ben transition right now, and they trying to maneuver through it the last couple years, and they haven't been a shit team, bro. It just is what it is. They done made the playoffs. They'll probably end up in the wild card this year, I think. But you look at the Falcons and how they done went about this transition. And Matt Ryan still had more in the tank than Big Ben, and they still been playing this situation out. They didn't give him a new running back once Devontae Freeman was no longer on the team. They brought in a Todd Gurley who always hurt, instead of going out and getting a decent rookie or getting a better free agent who, I don't understand why you had to go get Todd Gurley, who hadn't been good for the Rams since he had got that contract. He was dealing with knee injuries all the time. And then he dealt with it when he was with your team. The Falcons, to me, have made so many errors, bro, with this team, bro. So if you lose Sunday, bro, that's the season for one, I believe. But you also need to start thinking about, man, what the fuck what's next, bro? Like, is we gonna keep playing this cycle over and over again for the next couple years, bro? Or are we actually about to try to fix this shit up and try to do something? Because, it's real fucking sad that the fucking Braves just went out and won a championship the same year Hank Aaron, R.I.P. Hank Aaron, died, one of the greatest Atlanta Braves of all time, and your punk-ass team still can't figure out a way. Because it'll be bigger in Atlanta, in my opinion. Just from me, I think it would be bigger in Atlanta if they won a Super Bowl. because I just think football is bigger than baseball. But who knows? I'm pretty sure they're happy about that shit too. But that's my thoughts on the Atlanta-New Orleans game. I'm picking New Orleans to win that game. But just a lot of commentary on Atlanta, bro, because some shit got to change, bro. Shit's starting to get bad. Denver-Dallas. That game will be in Dallas. Obviously, I'm taking Dallas. I did not know Dak Prescott was not playing last week. Dak, I was finna call the motherfucker Dark Prescott. Dak, from what I saw, he was a full participant in practice this week. So Dak Prescott should be playing on Sunday. I'm taking even if he wasn't, I would be taking the Cowboys after they beat the Vikings on Sunday with Cooper Rush playing a mediocre game. Listen, Dak Prescott is rolling right now. He probably is leading MVP votes right now, either him or Tom Brady, but I think it got to be Dak right now, right? And the MVP vote's not going to lean towards Aaron Rodgers no more after what just happened. You know they're going to take that into account. So definitely got to say that I think Dak Prescott might be leading right now. He definitely going to win comeback player of the year. Dak balling, man. I love it. I'm taking him to beat the Teddy Midwater and the mediocre Broncos, who just traded the best player on the team. And in all honesty, Von Miller probably is not the best player on the team at this moment because he's not the same Von Miller. But I guarantee you he going to look like a stud on the Rams. That's all I know. Because Leonard Floyd looked like a stud because of Aaron Donald. So you think Von Miller ain't got enough left? Listen, remember when motherfuckers thought DeMarcus Ware was leaving the Cowboys because he was a little bit washed up or he didn't have a lot left in the tank, and you saw what he went and did in Denver, motherfucker? To you young motherfuckers, if you don't know who DeMarcus Ware is, go look him up. DeMarcus Ware, one of the greatest pass rushing defenders I've ever watched growing up. But I'm definitely taking Dallas one, and I think if Dak is playing, it's gonna be a blowout. I'm taking it. Listen, the Broncos defense ain't what it was when they was playing them three scrubs in the beginning of the season. The Broncos do not beat good teams. They just beat Washington. Washington's not a good team. Barely beat Washington. Broncos can't score, man. Denver is offensively challenged. I promise you. I can almost promise you. Bruh not going to be there next year. Teddy Midwater not going to be there next year. They might try to get Aaron Rodgers if he become a free agent or whatnot. I don't know. At this point, if Aaron Rodgers leaves the Packers, bruh, for one, if Jordan Love played decent on Sunday, the Packers will probably let him go anyways. But if Aaron Rodgers go back to, like, I think now after what just happened, I really think he gonna retire a Packer unless they just don't want him no more. Because after they basically kept this shit on wraps for you for as long as they did, because they had to have known that this motherfucker wasn't really vaccinated. There's no way they didn't. They knew. And so they basically was helping you out. They didn't snitch on you. They let you do you. They didn't say, hey, the only way you could have got caught is if you got COVID. That's exactly what happened. So I feel like, shit, you definitely owe them motherfuckers now, my boy. You put yourself in a situation where now you owe them motherfuckers. And not only that, if you had a left in the offseason and this didn't get out, they could have leaked the shit anyways, even though it would have made them look bad also. So never mind. That probably wouldn't have got leaked. But now that it has been leaked and all that type of shit, and it wasn't because of them, it was just because everybody put one plus one together and got two. Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to see him leaving in the offseason. I really feel like he owed them motherfuckers now. But then again, Aaron Rodgers, and I hate to say this because I like Aaron Rodgers, but just based off of what I'm seeing and shit like that, people kind of right. The man is kind of a little arrogant, kind of a little shiesty, kind of a dickhead or asshole, as they would say. He do give off them dickhead ass vibes. And this was a real dickhead ass move by him. I'm not going to lie. So, I really find it hard to believe that he will leave this offseason. But if he do end up not giving a fuck and leave this offseason, because Aaron Rodgers clearly don't give a fuck what the media think. That's why you lie like this in this situation, because you don't want to hear the media so much talk about you not being vaccinated that you lie about it. And now you should have realized that the storm about lying if you got caught was going to be even bigger. But he really thought he wasn't going to get COVID, but it's shit crazy. Because I thought I wasn't going to get that shit either, and I ended up catching it. So, hey. But I didn't lie about being vaccinated, and I'm also not Aaron Rodgers. So that's neither here nor there. But I don't think that might be an option for Denver in the offseason. But if it is, that could end up being somebody they bring over. I just know Teddy Midwater not going to be the starter next year, bro. He will be on his whatever number of team he will be on next year as a backup, I'm sure. If he could end up being on the Texans next year. That would be hilarious to me, because the way these bozos play their cards, bro, they could fumble the deck again. So that just is how it is on with the Houston Texans. But I don't think that Teddy gonna be the starter for them next year. So I think really for because Denver's losing this game, bro. I can't see the Cowboys losing this game. And the Cowboys have made a lot of mistakes in a lot of different games and still found ways to win them. That's because of the Cowboys. That means Dak has matured. The team is starting to mature, and that's a good team. The Cowboys are a good team. I said the Cowboys were gonna be a good team last year. I ended up looking very bad on that how they started out because I thought they was gonna. I thought what they was doing this year was going to happen last year. That's how much faith I had in Dak and Zeke and Amari and CeeDee Lamb and all that. But, you know what I'm saying, now they getting it together. And Gallup, they getting it together this year. I'm happy to see that, bro. I really like that. I really love it. Hey, listen, I'm not going to be shy about my shit, bro. I love seeing a team led by a black quarterback, black running back, black receivers. I love seeing that shit. I'm not racist or nothing like that. You so used to seeing the greatest teams be led by white quarterbacks. I'm glad that Dak Prescott, because listen, if you don't know the history of the NFL, they used to say black men couldn't even play quarterback. We wasn't smart enough to play quarterback. And you see Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson before this shit, Patrick Mahomes. You see these black quarterbacks, Russell Wilson leading teams, Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? It's dope to watch. So I'm happy that Dallas playing good. I don't think Dallas going to slow down at this game. Like I said, they just beat the Vikings with Cooper Rush. The Vikings are better than the Denver, slightly better than Denver, but it might even be a fire and sale going on in Denver, bro. Like, they might end up letting all their good players go. Well, they can't actually now at this point because the trade deadline done passed. But, hey, Denver's not winning this game. It's time for them to move on and see what's next. And this is what happened when you draft bad, because the last couple quarterbacks they done drafted since Peyton Manning all haven't worked out. All have been bad draft picks. And I don't understand how Denver gets so, get these drafts so wrong. Like, bro, if you know your team is going to end up being bad, bro, and you knew Drew Lock wasn't the answer, why don't you just, like, I'm not with tanking because I don't believe that's good for the players. Players are the ones who usually pay for tanking, not the owner, not the management team and shit like that. They get to be the ones who choose to tank and say, oh, I'm going to build after this tank season over, though, because I'm going to get what I need. The players are the ones who usually pay for that shit in their pockets, stats, the way the media look at them and shit like that. So I never would be with tanking. But for Denver, bruh, in the NFL, the worst thing to be is mediocre, bruh. Because when you're mediocre, you draft. If you're good, that means you don't need to draft too high. Because you're going to be able to sign free agents who want to come over there for the vet men or low, who not going to cost as much and want to win a ring. So that means you were already drafting good. You more than likely got a great quarterback. And you're going to get the extra pieces that you need from vets who still got a little bit left in the tank who want to go chase a ring. So, great. When you're good, you're good. So it don't matter when you draft low in the draft. And it's even great teams that draft good that late in the draft. Example, Baltimore. They draft late in the draft all the time and have been nailing these picks. And what's crazy about Baltimore is they usually nail their late round picks more so than the first round pick the last couple of years, aside from Lamar Jackson, obviously. But who was the 32nd pick in the first round? I thought the Patriots gonna get that, man. They didn't. But excuse me. That's how I feel about that. I mean, but so it's good to be great because you draft late and thing. But with the Broncos, they're not even bad enough to be drafting in the top 5. Like, they always in the middle of the pack somewhere. So the Broncos gonna have to figure some shit out. I don't even know at this point how you get, like, your scout team need to go to work, bro. And they need to do the work like the Bills did on Josh Allen. The thing is, the Broncos haven't even been good at developing their quarterbacks, bro. Paxton Lynch, Drew Lock. Like, what are we doing? And then you just make trades for the quarterbacks, and then you bring a traded quarterback over and start him over to do. I don't understand what the Broncos are doing at this point. They just got a new GM this year, though. So maybe Teddy Bridgewater was just the gap into finding one this year. I don't know, because I don't know, man. The Broncos going to have to figure some shit out, because it could get really ugly for the next decade plus for them, as if it ain't already been ugly since Peyton left. Like, you really don't have no, unless you just a fan of Noah Fant and some of the other Jerry Jeudy and some of them dudes. The franchise guy just left in Vaughn, so I mean, I don't know. They enter in one of them. The Broncos starting to enter in one of them situations where they becoming almost unwatchable, even if you a fan. But they is 4-4 right now, and the Chiefs are also 4-4, and they outside of the playoffs. The Broncos ain't making the playoffs, but hey, you got a little bit of hope left, I guess. So that's that. But the next game, New England, Carolina. Carolina will be in Carolina. The last 2 times New England played Carolina, they lost. But also the last couple times they played Carolina, it might actually be the last 3 times, they had Cam Newton. Let me put it like this. Every time New England played Carolina when Cam Newton was the quarterback, New England lost. Cam Newton never lost to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady in his career. And so those games was beautiful, masterful. Won't be the same. I'm taking New England to win this game. Mac Jones didn't really look great last week, but Mac Jones has started to look better over the last couple of weeks with the play calling being more, they giving him more to work with and letting him do more than just check it down to his first target or when the first dude ain't open and shit. So, listen, they still don't really throw. I really get irritated when I see all these Mac Jones high completion rate stats when you realize the dude don't even throw for more than like 8 yards most of the time, if even that. Like 7 to at one point in time, the motherfucker was completing 3.5 yards a throw. And people was raving about his 90% completion rate. So, that's very weird to me that people really is like that, bro. That's stat watching on another level, bro. Like, because you can even see in the stats that he don't throw for a high yardage or high like yards per completion, but you still would put that stat there. That's a biased stat in every sense of the imagination. It's absolutely crazy because Mac Jones to me is not even the rookie of the year. That's Jamar Chase, and it ain't even close right now. Like, the only reason you would say it's close is because you're saying the importance of Mac Jones. But I'm looking at their wins. The first win that you can give them that was a good-looking win, that's like a win against a good team, is the Chargers. But the Chargers don't look bad 2 weeks in a row. So is the Chargers really about to – the Chargers could end up the season not being a good win because they could end up knocking themselves out of playoffs. They was in first place in that division at one point in time, and now they starting to falter. So I'm not taking nothing away from the Patriots. The Patriots defense looks great to me. They look better and better each week. Now, like I said, they have played a lot of cupcakes on that schedule. And the good teams they played, they've lost to. But now some people going to say, oh, they played close to them. And like I said, that's when another team, you could say it was a close game because the Patriots played great. Or you could say it was a close game because the other team played uncharacteristically that week. Either way, I'm going to take Carolina to win this game. You know I'm not putting my money on Sam Darnold, and I ain't even putting money on the game, and I'm not putting imaginary money on Sam Darnold, bro. It's not going to happen. The Carolina Panthers found a way to beat Matt Ryan and the fucking Falcons because Matt Ryan got to the point in his career where he just as bad as Kirk Cousins in games that matter. So I'm going to take plus the defense of the Patriots is what made Sam Darnold say he was seeing ghosts. So I'm definitely going to take that defense again. Doesn't matter who they have out there. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it very tough. Plus, Bill Belichick knows Sam Darnold's he's trash. He's not that guy. He's not that guy, pal. Not that guy. And so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a murk job. This actually might end up being a blowout. Listen, who got smoked this week? That award was given to the Lions. Almost certain that that's going to go to the Jets this week after what I just witnessed for just 3 fucking quarters. But who knows? This could end up being that game, too, that compete with it for who gets smoked this week because I can see the Panthers getting absolutely smoked this week by the Patriots. And Mac Jones won't even have to do much because I think Mac Jones could end up struggling against the defense of the Panthers. Like I said, the Panthers defense not trash. Sam Darnold is. But I'm going to take New England and win that game. I'm not going to say it's going to be a blowout. I'm just telling you that it could be based on the history Bill Belichick has against these Jet quarterbacks. But I am definitely taking New England to win the game. Minnesota, Baltimore. I don't think it's going to be a Quote the Raven podcast this week. And then again, it might be. But we're going to talk about this game right now anyways. So I'm definitely taking my team to beat fucking Minnesota. And we at home. We just got our asses kicked 2 weeks ago. Right? Our defense chose to just not show up. Marlowe got torched every left way just absolutely murked. And I've been saying it on the podcast for a while. Like, Marlowe's problem is, while, yes, he do look good most of the time, he get beat bad when he get beat, bro. Big problem. And they got the receivers to do it too. Like, listen, I don't think the Vikings are going to win this game. The Vikings have been very offensively challenged, especially when they can't run the ball. When they can't run the ball with Dalvin Cook, they struggle. And the Baltimore Ravens have been decent in stopping the run this year, but they also aren't like consistent, in my opinion. Like, they could give up big gains and shit at any given moment, bro. It just is what it is. And with Adolfo away, I'm still, hoping he progresses to the next Terrell Suggs or the defense and shit like that. But I mean, I'm not gonna stunt with y'all, man. I'm not gonna say I'm highly concerned, but listen, I can acknowledge that Kirk Cousins here and there could have a big game. The motherfucker put up a lot of empty calorie stats on a yearly basis. This could be one of them games where once a year where them stats actually makes a difference because he got the weapons. It's like I keep saying, Baker Mayfield got the weapons. That's how you know it's the quarterback, not the weapons, bro. You kept trying to blame Diggs for Kirk Cousins not being good, bro. I don't know why fan bases hold on to these mediocre, average quarterbacks for so long. I don't know, because you know that you influence your fucking franchise into keeping these trash cans. So when they don't get better, you should blame yourself too, because you rode with the trash can they had playing quarterback for so long. Like, the Jaguars knew Blake Bortles was not the answer, and they was happy when he was getting talked about being traded and shit like that. They was going everywhere talking about, I hope we trade Blake Bortles. They wasn't like Cleveland fans still trying to tell you that Baker Mayfield is not the problem. Baker Mayfield is so good. We haven't been good since Baker Mayfield. Influencing the organization to keep the motherfucker, to make you happy. Which, listen to me, fans matter, but fans ain't the ones that make you the money. It just is what it is. If you're running your business based on the fans, you're going to go broke. It is what it is. I guarantee you every owner will tell you that shit. I'm just telling you. That's why Les Snead didn't give a fuck about them fans in St. Louis. He moved his team to L.A. and look at the team. A whole new team. Don't even think about them when they was in St. Louis no more. Whole new organization, it feel like. Like, it don't even feel like the same team. I don't think that's the same as the name, the Rams. It feel like a completely different breed of Ram now. Like a whole different Ram. Like, not the same Ram. It's in the same species, but it's not the same. Same beast, different animal, bruh. Or same animal, different beast, bruh. I'm just telling you. But I got all off topic with that shit, bruh. But I'm holding the shit upside down, too. But that's just what I'm saying about Minnesota. Baltimore's defense, man. I've been talking about it on the podcast, on different podcasts on the channel for a minute now, man. The linebackers might be the worst linebacking core in the league. Malik Harris won't even be playing because he got shot over the thing. It's crazy that both of the teams that was on the bye week both had issues over the bye week. But Josh Bynes done been decent, but I mean, how decent can I really say he was after the bullshit that transpired against the Bengals, bruh? Like, we got the defense played so bad they gave the offense no shot. Like, they gave the offense no shot. Like I said, bruh, the offense scored and the defense gave up a touchdown drive in less than like a minute, bruh, following that. And it wasn't even the end of the quarter. It was a whole quarter left to be played, and they just gave it up like it was a 2-minute drive or something. So, Baltimore's defense, bro, I have absolutely no faith in our defense. I'm going to just tell you like I feel. I'm going to tell you what I feel, bro. I can't sugarcoat it. I have absolutely no faith in the Baltimore Raven defense. I don't like them. I like our secondary, but, hey, even the secondary going to have a hard time being there when we can't get pressure on quarterbacks. And this is not, listen, the Vikings ain't Joe Burrow. They not, but the more we struggle against these, that's why I expect the Ravens to ultimately win this game. But I saw what Carson Wentz did to us on the Monday night, and Lamar had to put on the cape to win that game. That could end up being the case in this game also. Now listen, the way I'm talking about Baltimore, you would think that I'm describing us like I'm describing some of these other bad teams or on the fringe teams. And technically I am, because, see, that's why you have to understand Lamar Jackson is a franchise player, like I said in my podcast that I did yesterday. He cover up so many bad areas for Baltimore, but he makes us look so much better in so many areas because of how great he is. We don't have a running back right now. And people don't even talk about it really because of how great Lamar Jackson is. The defense has been bad all year. Nobody talked about it because they blame Lamar every time we had lost those 2 games, and they just don't care because Lamar Jackson can cover those up on weeks where the defense looked bad, but he play out of his mind. It just is what it is. The offense has been carrying his team all year. I expect them to carry us against the Minnesota Vikings. I hope that they explode against the Vikings so that Lamar not having to be Superman. And I hope the defense can stifle, because if they let Dalvin Cook go nuts, then we're not winning this game. It's going to be very tough to win this game, because then Kirk Cousins will be able to hit the play action and the screens and all those type of things. And with Baltimore struggling to tackle, listen, it might have been some teams that had missed tackles on short plays that went long, but the king of doing that shit is back this week. We was off last week. Our defense is back this week. And I guarantee you they're going to have one of them plays happen where they give up like a 2, 3, 4, 5 yard route. They go big. And it might even end up into like a 40, 50, 60 yard touchdown, because our defense just cannot understand how to tackle, bro, for some reason. Interested to see what this week off did for Patrick Queen and those boys, though. And I'm still going to take Baltimore to win this game. Lamar Jackson, who done took the second most hits in the league at this moment, second most sacks in the league at this point. He said his body feel good coming into this week. So, hey, I'm always going to ride with my squad, and definitely when my quarterback is Lamar Jackson. Like, come on, buddy. So I'm definitely taking Baltimore to win this game. If Baltimore play the way they can play, this won't be a close game. If Baltimore struggles defensively, this will be a game in which Lamar Jackson has to come through big, like he's done multiple times in the past. So I'm taking Baltimore to beat Minnesota in Baltimore. Cleveland, Cincinnati. Let's play the blame game. I love you more. Hey, who we blaming in Cleveland for all this, man? I know y'all don't want to blame Baker, so who else we blaming? ODELL, Jarvis, Austin Hooper. Let's blame the entire offensive line. Kevin Stefanski. Let's blame Myles Garrett. Let's Jadavian shit. Fuck it. Ward. Fuck it. We blaming everybody, bro. Just not Baker, right? Bunch of bums. A bunch of fucking bums, man. Boy, I don't know why y'all love Baker Mayfield so much, man. Y'all about to lose this game on Sunday, though, man. The Cincinnati Bengals just fumbled the bag, the lead in the division and the lead in the AFC, by losing to the fucking Jets, who just got their asses absolutely plugged tonight by the fucking Pause. They just got their asses smacked this offseason, bro. What the fuck am I talking about? The Jets just got mollywopped, bro, into next year tonight by the fucking Colts, bro. So I don't understand how the Bengals blew that. And I know they probably looking at this shit tonight saying, man, what the fuck did we do on Sunday? So I can guarantee you the Bengals going to be focused coming into Sunday. They're going to be focused, and they're going to be at home. So I don't really see too many ways that the Cleveland Browns win this game, especially since Odell probably not playing, which don't matter because they don't use the man anyway. So Odell playing actually makes no difference. But Kareem Hunt been banged up, so interested to see how Kareem Hunt play in this game. Because if Kareem Hunt have a good game, then this will be a tough game for the Bengals to just go in there and blow them out. But I'm still taking the Bengals either way because the Bengals have a quarterback who can pick his team up and lead them to a victory. Baker Mayfield's not that guy who can do that, as we've discussed on the podcast on a multitude of occasions. Baker Mayfield isn't that guy. And because he's not that guy, when he plays against teams who have that guy, who can take their team and pick them up and lead them to a victory, it's going to be tough for the Cleveland Browns to win those games, bro. I said it a couple weeks ago when everybody was still capping and talking about Baker Mayfield this, Baker Mayfield that, the defense the problem, all these problems. Listen, man, Baker Mayfield cannot lead a team when they are missing different pieces. When the team is playing left-handed or the team is struggling, Baker Mayfield is not the guy who's going to play better than he usually plays to mask the flaws of everybody else. Joe Burrow can do that. Joe Burrow hasn't had to do that really, but Joe Burrow can pick his team, because the reason the Bengals are good is because of Joe Burrow. There's multiple ways to tell how good a quarterback is. Baker Mayfield had everything. Now people starting to get hurt and shit, and he couldn't do it when they was healthy. You think he gonna do it when they hurt? I don't believe so. I believe this is going to be a blowout because I like Cleveland's defense still. I think Cleveland's defense is going to struggle a lot now because the offense is so handicapped and can't do shit now because of Baker's regressions. But Cleveland defense can stifle Joe Burrow and them boys. I can see them getting a pick here and there. I can see them playing great for a half or for a quarter and really keeping the game close and hoping that Baker and the offense can do something. Nick Chubb and Kareem, I don't even think Kareem Hunt going to be playing this week. But listen, they still got the other Johnson. I think they're going to have a big game this week against the Bengals defense, which is a good defense. They're going to have a big game if they want to be in this game. And it's a divisional game, so I don't like predicting blowouts in divisional games anyways. But you saw what the Bengals just did to the Ravens the other 2 weeks ago. So I'm not afraid to say that this could be a blowout also. But I like Cleveland's defense more than I like the Ravens defense, which is why I'm not going to predict a blowout. Just if the defense ain't playing unbelievably great and Baker and them boys doing the shit that they do on a weekly basis, yeah, this is going to end up being an ass whooping. But I'm taking the Bengals to win this game either way, baby. Next, Jacksonville, Buffalo. Boy. Jacksonville is going to get mopped in this game. I have no doubts about it. Josh Allen in the offense not even playing that great. The offense haven't even been that lights out. They're going to probably take a quarter to get it together. Possibly could take 2 quarters to get it together. But my boy Josh Allen going to end up putting his foot in Jacksonville's ass. I done said it multiple times. We don't got to... Listen, let me take a quick minute because I always do this little rant on Jacksonville. But I want to take a little minute first to give some credit to Buffalo because I feel like I just be running over Buffalo. And when I do speak, sometimes it might be negative on Josh Allen. You know, I love Josh Allen. That's like my second favorite quarterback in the NFL. Bro, Josh Allen is a baller. He deserved every penny that he got paid. Stephon Diggs is a motherfucking baller. I love both of them dudes. I love the coach. I think he dope. He used to be the Carolina coordinator over there. I fuck with the defensive dudes, that especially the Ed Oliver. I fuck with him. I fuck with the safety Poyer. I love Michael Hyde. I think he's the Green Bay some bozos for letting him leave. That's just a fucking great team, bruh. I fuck with the Bills heavy. I enjoy the little banter I get into with their fans sometimes, even though I think a couple of their fans are just a bunch of doofuses. Josh Allen is that boy. Now, with that being said, they're going to win this game. I think they're going to blow them out. Let's talk about Jacksonville for a quick second, bro. Bro, like I done said this multiple times. Trevor Siemian, what the fuck? Now I'm about to say Trevor May. What the fuck is my man? Trevor Lawrence is, to me, in the worst situation than any quarterback who done been drafted. You can make excuses for the Jets quarterbacks being in the worst situations and blah, blah, blah. At least they had head coaches that's done coached on the NFL level before. Motherfucker, what is this man's name? Urban Meyer should not have been hired. For one, they knew that's who they was going to hire going into the offseason. So they fucked the Rooney Rule. They didn't even interview a black candidate. They knew they was hiring Urban Meyer from the get-go. Anybody they had interviewed after that was not a true interview, bro. That was just to try to do the rule or whatever. Them motherfuckers knew they was hiring Urban Meyer from the get-go. And what I don't understand is how was he such the hands-down have-to-hire him candidate? He had done nothing in the NFL, bro. He had just gotten to that trouble in the college ranks, bro. That motherfucker ain't Nick Saban, baby. Shout out to Flight. So I don't understand how the fuck this motherfucker ended up getting that job so secured and in the bag, bro. That was weird to me, bro. That was very weird to me. And now they're paying for it. Because this is a shit situation for Trevor Lawrence. The team could run the ball good if the fucking offensive coordinator... I don't even know who their offensive coordinator is. I done said that multiple times. But I can tell you right now, the offensive coordinator is a doofus, bro. The motherfuckers run the ball good sometimes, but then they forget how to run the ball. Because the formations. They don't call good run formations or good pass formations for the majority of the games. But they have moments where they look like, oh man, they might get something going. And then dead ass in the middle of a drive, bro, they'll just start fucking up, bro. That is not on Trevor Lawrence all the time. People can say all they want to. Trevor Lawrence do throw some stupid ass interceptions sometimes. Rookies are prone to do that when they're trying to catch up and get adequated with the NFL level of play. Defenders are way faster than some of them motherfuckers you play when you at Clemson. Playing a bunch of dudes who ain't never gonna see starting level time in the NFL. Now you playing against motherfuckers who've been doing this for a couple years, who done adjusted their game, done caught up with the speed of the offenses in the NFL, and they was already studs and they just done got better. I understand that. That's not Trevor Lawrence's fault. If you don't give a rookie no time to grow and become better, then you're a bozo. You cannot just blame rookie quarterbacks for everything. That's why I don't blame Justin Fields for everything. Like I said, if you looked at that game last week against Justin Fields' game against the 49ers, Justin Fields made some plays, man. He had a lot of moments in that game that made you say, man, Justin Fields might be that guy down the line. So you got to give rookies room to grow, and Trevor Lawrence is going to have such a small margin of error because of what they done put around him, bro. For one, he don't got receivers. He don't got running backs. Even though I do kind of like the running back. He don't got an offensive line. He don't got a defense. He doesn't have anything. And yes, I know, usually when you drafted that high in the draft, first overall, that's the case with most cases. Unless you Baker Mayfield, that's the case. Especially when you got teams who don't even start putting shit around you in that same draft, or don't have anything in place. That he's in a terrible situation. Even Zach Wilson got a better situation because I think he got a better head coach. Even though his head coach is a rookie, he's coached on the NFL level defensively. He's seen success on the NFL level, and he's got a defense that's not that bad. But you look at what Trevor Lawrence got, he don't have shit. And on top of it, he got a doofus bozo ass head coach and coaching staff. So I really, and I hate to say, because I don't feel bad for grown ass rich players, but that's not, I'm still human, so I always look past that. So I don't care how people feel. I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence, bro. This is a atrocious situation, and this is a situation that is, in my opinion, so bad that this could be one of those situations that fuck up a actual great quarterback. Most great quarterbacks are going to play better than this situation. Lamar Jackson did not have everything that people tried to make it out to seem he had after he started winning. Lamar Jackson came into a shit situation in Baltimore and turned that shit around real quick. And then they started to build around him once they realized, oh, we got one. Joe Burrow has turned around that whole franchise in Cincinnati. They know, oh, we got one. They're going to keep building around him. They knew it last year even before he got hurt. That's why you bring over Jamar Chase. Josh Allen over there in Buffalo. They say, oh, we got one. That's why you go get Stephon Diggs. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Oh, we got one. That's why they keep building around him. Trevor Lawrence might end up not even... They got one. Excuse me, I apologize. Sniffles. Trevor Lawrence, I'm telling y'all, he is a good quarterback. He can be a franchise quarterback. The Jaguars got one. And they might be so incompetent as a franchise that they fuck this kid up. And that's going to be really fucked up to see, because that is, I feel like the NFL need to start stepping in, and these sport teams need to start stepping in, bro. These kids work so hard, bro. Their entire life, they bust their ass, bro, to get to this point. Just for the team to fuck their careers up so heavy, bro. And they can't do shit about it, because they got to be there for at least the first 5 years. Some sports you got to be there longer. And it's nothing they can do about it. So I really feel like they need to fire Urban Meyer bitch ass at the end of the season. To me, that he should have got fired after the stunt he pulled. I knew they wasn't going to fire him, though. I don't care how much money you invest in a dude. That's your fault for making that mistake. Listen, just because you make a very expensive mistake does not mean you should not make a very expensive correction of that mistake. It's your fault you made that much money that costly mistake in the first place. Now you need to fix it, because Trevor Lawrence clearly needs a better coach who can guide him, who can help him. He ain't got it all yet. He is a rookie. He need help. That's what people were saying about what kept on. Help me. That's what we've been trying to say about Justin Fields. It's not Justin Fields. People can see that. We can see he got talent. If you look at that kid, you like, oh, this motherfucker is special. It's the coach that people have a problem with. And so that's all I'm saying, man. I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence, because I just think he in the absolute worst situation possible, bro. Houston, Miami is the next game. Who thought we would have been talking about the Jags that long? But like I said, I'm taking Buffalo to win that game also, and it's in Jacksonville. Houston, Miami. Man, I'm not watching this game. I don't know why anybody would watch this game. Both these teams got one win on the season, bro, and way more L's. Um, shit. I'll take Miami to win it, bro. We moving on. Green Bay, Kansas City. Kansas City just caught a break, bro. Because if you've been looking at football this year, now I'm not talking about stat watching, and I'm not talking about just watching the fucking scoreboard and shit. If you've really been watching football this year, then you know it was no shot you was taking the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game against Green Bay. It was no shot. Like, nothing Kansas City has done this year has made you say, yeah, they should beat Green Bay. And I wasn't even impressed at how Green Bay beat the Cardinals, but they did just beat the undefeated Cardinals. So it was no, and the game is in let me see. Oh no, the game in KC. But the motherfuckers just struggled in KC against the Giants. So it was no, and you could say the defense was the problem in the beginning of the season. Now the offense has become a problem. Patrick Mahomes leads the league in interceptions with 10 of them. Should have had a couple more of them on Monday night. But Aaron Rodgers isn't playing because he decided to be a goofball. Lied about being vaccinated, and now he might miss the next 2 games. And I said one of them games they was gonna miss might have been against the Giants. I was wrong. Against the Browns. I was wrong on that. That other team ain't the Browns they play. But I'm gonna take KC, even though I don't want to take KC, because I think Jordan Love can end up playing good in this game. Just because the Chiefs defense. I'm going to go out on a limb, man. I'm going to take Green Bay to win this game. Because if Matt LaFleur is the coach that I think he is, he should be able to coach up this game. Now, the only way it's not going to make a difference if Jordan Love just is absolutely in every single way imaginably not prepared for this game. Like if he is just go out there and look like a deer in headlights, then yeah, which I actually saw a big ass fucking buck run across the fucking street without a care in the world that it was 3 cars jetting towards him. Motherfucker, and he wasn't even running that fast. He was so big, he was running slow as hell. It's crazy because this is like the 3rd time in my life I done seen a big ass buck look like they was running at full speed and going absolutely fucking nowhere. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Is this motherfucker overweight? Like obese bucks, bro. But if Jordan Love is absolutely unprepared in every single stretch of the imagination, then yeah, this probably will end up still being a drag it out win for the KC. Unless he just go out there throwing a whole bunch of turnovers, dropping the ball, fumbling it, throwing picks and shit like that. I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm going to go out on a limb and take Green Bay to win this because KC has just not looked like a good team, y'all. It's just no 2 ways around it. They beaten bad teams for one. KC has not beaten a good team this year. They have not beaten a team over 500. If they win this game, it'll still come with an asterisk because people will just say Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing. KC has been bad. And I know it's hard to understand that, and even for me, because remember, I kept picking them in these games, and yeah, I was right in some of them, but I also picked them to get blasted by the Titans, remember? And I struggled on that pick, but I was like, I have to go by what I've been seeing. This is another game where I'm going to just have to go by what I've been seeing, more so from them than what I don't know from Jordan Love. If I believe that Jordan Love is prepared for this game, as prepared as he possibly can be, because I believe Matt LaFleur has him as prepared as he possibly can be for this game. I also believe if he stick to the script, he will win this game, much like a Jimmy Garoppolo sticks to the script and win games, because KC's defense isn't good. Swanson got called for a pass interference and still got mossed. The double bozo play. Swanson has just not been good. But neither has Tyrann Mathieu. He can blame anybody he wants to. And you see the people getting at him on Twitter. Tyrann Mathieu hasn't been good, just like that defense hasn't been. And it's very interesting. Well, it's not even interesting. I saw a play on Monday night by the dude on the Chiefs, the dude in the middle, the big name guy. He broke through the line. I think it was Clark, I think is his name. Either way, they stud on the line, broke through the backfield so quick on the Giants, but then he got lost. Like he didn't know what to do next when he got through. Like you could go watch the play. It happened early in the game, like on the first series or so. It was so wild that I was like, yo, this dude broke through and now he just got confused on what to do next. But I was like, it's really down bad in KC. But hey, I'm willing to be wrong on this game if Jordan Love go out there and play like shit. But I got faith that in Matt LaFleur, that running game, Devontae Adams is back. I just think KC is so bad that I don't think they are a good team now. I'm following what I've seen. I'm not going to go by history and what they did last year. I'm going by what I've seen so far this year, which is why I picked the Titans to beat them, which is why I picked them to beat the Giants, even though they barely beat them. And that game opened my eyes even more. So I'm definitely taking and you want to know what else this is saying? That I don't think Jordan Love will be nowhere near as bad as Daniel Jones is on a regular basis. And he definitely won't be as bad as Daniel Jones was on Monday, because you might not think Daniel Jones was as bad as he was on Monday, but if you watch the game, he was worse than his stats said he was, in my opinion. I think the Packers are going to end up coming away with this dub in KC with Jordan Love, and that's going to be bad for Aaron Rodgers, because that will tell them that we can move on eventually with Jordan Love. So I'm taking Green Bay to win that game. Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Jets. Now, before we get into this game, I want to take a minute again, like I did on my last podcast, episode of the podcast, to say, send up wishes and prayers to the family of the 23-year-old woman who lost her life in the crash with Henry Ruggs when he struck the back of her car and it went up in flames. That is a terrible way to die. You hate even thinking about somebody losing their life in that way. They said it was her and her dog in there. Like, it's tough when you have to, and the family I know is grieving. So, if you're a praying person, bro, send your prayers out to that family, bro. But much like Derek Carr said, I also want to, send your prayers out there for Henry Ruggs III's family also, because that family just lost their daughter. They'll never get her back. Somebody lost a girlfriend, a daughter, a sister. They never going to get her back. They never going to get to see her again. And yes, that is bad. I'm not dumbing down that situation. That's why I said send your prayers up to that family. But you also need to send some prayer and some love towards Henry Ruggs, because a lot of people going to be hating him and turning on him right now. And you got to understand, I know that you're going to hate to hear this. He is still a kid. He just got drafted last year. Yes, we hate that he was going 156 miles per hour. Somebody was like, you can cut that in half, and he still would have been going over the speed limit. Yes, you hate. There's no excuse for him getting drunk, getting behind the wheel. When you do that, you basically is committing murder, because you basically know what happens. You've seen what happened. And I heard a story that he do to hold the number 3 up because his friend lost his life in a car accident or something like that. So it's all bad in every situation. I understand people being mad about it, hating him for it and all that. But at the end of the day, he made a mistake. He didn't go out with the intent of killing somebody, even though you can say he did based on his stupid actions, because it is no excuse. He rich. You can hire a driver. You can call an Uber. The NFLPA already, I read a report that said the Raiders have a system where he didn't have to drive. He could have called somebody and they would have came and picked him up and whatnot. So it is no excuse. I'm not making no excuses for him. Him being young and whatnot is no excuse. He knew what could have happened when he did that. But in that same breath, he is still a young dude whose life just completely changed, bro. I'm not saying feel bad for the man or nothing like that, but he is very lonely right now, like Derek Carr said, because a lot of people hate him right now. And his family just lost somebody who was providing for the family. Their whole life might have just changed, his family's. If his family was relying on him to be the breadwinner, their entire life might have just changed, because of those checks won't be coming through no more. So just pray for his family and loved ones also, because I think he got a daughter who just might not have her father around no more. Because from what I've read and from the people I've spoken to about it, like I ain't talking about like me and people just sat down and it's like, hey man, let's talk about the Henry Ruggs situation. No, I'm just talking about when it's done come up in conversations with people. Most people have told me that, yeah, he more than likely going to be serving time. So that's a little girl who just lost her father. So pray for both families, bro. But with that being said, Las Vegas Giants. Las Vegas is winning this fucking game. My boy Derek Carr going to continue the MVP pace that he is on, continue the MVP season he is having. My boy is balling out. If anybody can get, and Derek Carr is just a good man. Go look at his interview after this, man. He was very consistent in this, like he was in the John Gruden thing, man. And clearly he don't care about people hating him, bro. He been very consistent in his words and in his faith and whatnot. That's just a good man, bro. And I've been on Derek Carr's bandwagon since he got drafted. If you follow me on this podcast all year, you already know I'm a big Derek Carr fan. He one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL. Also, that's why I said Josh Allen is probably my second favorite, because I love Derek Carr. So Obviously, nobody's gonna top my boy Lamar Jackson, but Derek Carr continues the MVP pace he been on all season, bro. They gonna get it done. Yeah, he just lost a weapon, but somebody else gonna step up. If any quarterback can lead his team through this, it's gonna be my boy Derek Carr. So I expect him to pick up a win. Plus, I just don't trust the Giants, bro. The Giants give me no reason to trust them. Saquon probably still not back. To me, Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback. Then this is basically a short week for them because they played on Monday, so I don't think they even gonna look good. This could absolutely, matter of fact, I think this gonna be an ass whooping. To be honest with you, so that's how I feel about that game. Next game, the Philadelphia Eagles is at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Eagles put up a lot of offense to really have done nothing in the passing game against the Lions, but that was the Lions. They mopped the Lions. I expect that. The Lions suck. But the Eagles ain't winning this game. The Chargers haven't looked great the last couple of weeks. I guarantee you their offense come back to life this game against the Eagles. The Eagles coaching staff, oh boy. I keep trying to get them the recipe on how to get this thing going so they can at least look like a decent offense, bro. And I keep talking to y'all, man. Somebody said Lamar Jackson and them boys running a high school offense, but looks at some of these other offenses and think, that's really professional. Bunch of bozos and dipshits, man. But I don't see no way the Eagles win this game. I could see a way that the Patriots won it because Bill Belichick and that defense and how great he is at coaching up against these rookies. I don't see how Sirianni and them boys win this one. Plus, the Chargers gotta know we cannot lose 3 fucking games in a row, Bo. We can't lose 3 in a row, Mo. Can't do it. Not with the Raiders with it the way they with it. Can't drop 3 games. So, nothing really more needs to be said about that game. I think the Chargers are going to end up bouncing back from them 2 losses they just took. 2 bad losses at that. And they're going to beat Philadelphia. And what's crazy is the Chargers defense not really like that. So, I could see... No, I can't even see Jalen Hurts taking advantage of it in the passing game no more. They're going to have to run the ball real good. Because I really just don't think Jalen Hurts the answer for them at quarterback. But that's a video for another day. Arizona, San Francisco. Kyler Murray has not even been cleared. They don't even know if he's going to be playing in this game yet. And by the time I'm recording this podcast, I don't know if he's going to be playing yet also. So, with that being said, and it's saying San Fran. See, I kind of want to take San Fran because Jimmy Garoppolo is irrelevant. Jimmy Garoppolo will have no like him winning the game. If they win, it won't be because of Jimmy Garoppolo. He just played his part. If they lose the game, however, it could be because of Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm trying to weigh the odds on, do I think Kyler Murray, if he do play, can he be healthy enough to make a difference? And if he do play hurt, will he play bad enough to where it's a very tough decision right now. I'm having a very tough decision because I picked them because the Cardinals still could have beat the Packers, and that's why I'm taking the Cardinals, bro. Because to me, the Packers didn't prove they was better than the Cardinals. They just proved, and yeah, they didn't have Devontae Adams and all that shit. But I still don't think that game proved that they was better than the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals just had a bad game, and very few analysts done said that this week on these TV shows and shit, but I just think the Cardinals had an off game, and I could see Kyler visibly was hurt before they even was realized that he was hurt. I remember the play and everything, the hit and all that when he got hurt. But I'm taking the Cardinals to win that game. I think they're going to be able to edge this one out. I don't think it's going to be a blowout because I do think Kyler Murray is playing hurt, but I do think they're going to end up winning this game, and I think they're going to be able to edge out the San Francisco in this game. Because to me, they're the better overall team, period. Like, I like Kyle Shanahan and his offense and shit. That's why I picked him against the Bears. Even though I wouldn't pick him again if they played the Bears again. Because I really like Justin Fields. But I don't think I just think Arizona the better overall team, bro. I think they'll be able to get this game. So I'm definitely taking Arizona to win this game, but I do think this could end up being a closer game. Excuse me. I think this could be a closer game than people think. The next game is, what the fuck did I write, bro? Oh, the Tennessee Chargers. Good Lord have mercy. The Tennessee Titans will be taking on, but I just put LA, bro. So that's got to be the LA Rams. The LA Rams. That's like I do when for the NBA. I'll put LA because that means the Lakers. Everybody knows that. The Clippers are CLI. Clippers. But the Rams are definitely winning this game, bro. It's no two ways around it. And it's in LA. Tennessee don't have Derrick Henry. This is gonna be the first game they don't have Derrick Henry. And the problem with not having Derrick Henry is this, especially when you're a team built so heavily around Derrick Henry or a running back. Now you have a quarterback who a lot of people know he probably can't carry this team by himself now, and especially now that he don't have the threat of the running game. And he was already throwing interceptions and shit with the running game. So it's gonna be tough going forward for the fucking Titans, man. Like, they could actually play themselves out of first place in that division with the Colts getting this win tonight, and I'm imagining the Colts will beat up on the bad teams they supposed to beat. The Titans could end up struggling against the good teams that they play out the rest of the season. They could end up struggling against some of the bad teams. And Julio's still dealing with that hamstring, I believe, so I don't even think he's gonna be playing. But even if he is, let's say he don't play Sunday. Now teams can key in heavily on A.J. Brown. He's not going to get that single coverage and those easy looks he was getting when everybody was in the box trying to stop Henry. Now he's going to be the focus. Now people going to expect Tannehill to have to beat them with his arm. They don't care no more that he don't got, because now he don't got Henry. They not going to load up the box like they will for Henry, like they going to probably do for, like Henry got, AP, as great as he was back in his prime and whatnot, he's not going to see the same box that a Derrick Henry going to see. They're not playing both of those guys the same. This is an advanced aged AP who wasn't even playing till just now in the season. I don't even know if he's going to be the one who start on Sunday. But now the Rams got fucking Von Miller too. Bro, you got to understand. Teams continuously find double and triple team Aaron Donald, and the motherfuckers still get to the backfield somehow. That now you got Leonard Floyd benefiting because of it. You think Von Miller not about to eat too? Bruh, it's about to get tough. Like, the Rams have to be one of the favorites to get to the Super Bowl right now. The only reason they not my favorites is because Tom Brady can outplay Matthew Stafford. It is what it is. Like, I will not doubt Tom Brady again. If you beat him, that's what I need to see. Beat him. And I'm not taking the Matt Stafford over. I'm not putting my money on Matthew Stafford over fucking Tom Brady. So that's why I got the Rams as the second team in the NFC. Because, man, that Rams defense just got a lot better. I'm telling you, people going to think Von Miller, oh, he washed, or he not the same player. Watch what he do when he playing with Aaron Donald, who might be the greatest defensive player of this generation. Watch how easy he get. He about to get single covered now. He not finna be getting doubled and triple teamed like he was getting in Denver. He not the sole purpose now. He not finna walk on the field as even the third best, or even the second best defender on that team. Probably some would say not even the third. I'm telling you, that motherfucker about to touch a little bit of his prime again coming up. So just be worried. Oh, and that's the Sunday night game. That's the Sunday night game. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be a blowout. This could possibly be a blowout based on Jalen Ramsey could end up with 2 or 3 picks in this game. Because Ryan Tannehill don't have that running game. And I do not think the Titans running game going to be up to par the first game without Derrick Henry. This a running back's about to have to pick up a heavy load. Even the dudes who was there before it. Like Derrick, you got to understand, Derrick Henry had so many carries, bro. And this dead ass might have helped him out in the long run because of the way they was running him. It was no way, and I said this before, it was no way he was going to make it too much longer without starting to suffer injuries because of how they was running him. And now he done finally suffered one, and I hope he come back strong from this. But, bro, when you run these running backs like this, like they was running AP like that, and you saw he got hurt, and he came back strong from his injury too. But, bro, when these running backs get run to the ground like this, bro, I'm telling you, bro, bad shit eventually starts happening, bro. So I'm glad that I'm not happy he got hurt, but I'm happy that he don't have to get ran into the ground like this no more. Like he get to finally rest up now and come back strong next season, bro. But this could get tough. This could get real shiesty for Ryan Tannehill, bro, because he gonna have to go out there and be the man now. He gotta go out there and be Lamar Jackson now. He gotta go out there and be Josh Allen now. He gotta go out there and be a Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady and lift his team above what they missing parts is. So, and there's no excuses. There's no excuses. He got the receivers. So, hey, it's just like I don't give Baker Mayfield excuses, bro. They got the pieces. Just got to go out there and get it done. But I'm definitely taking the Rams to win this game. And so the Monday night game, the last game we're going to be talking about, man, I appreciate y'all for making it this far into the podcast. I appreciate y'all for joining me, man. I gave y'all 3 of them things this week. But Chicago, Pittsburgh. I'm about to shock y'all right now. I'm taking Chicago. I done had like 3 of them this week where I probably picked a game that y'all didn't think I was going to pick. And I've been saying that I think Pittsburgh is a good team and all that. Well, not really necessarily a good team, just a well-coached team that can coach them up beyond what they have. Like he can coach up players to play better than they actually are. But they really struggling to get these wins, and they didn't got lucky to play against so many offensively challenged teams. I think the Bears are also offensively challenged teams, and I don't like Matt Nagy and the boys. But, bruh, maybe I'm a prisoner of the moment because I was really impressed with Justin Fields, bro, on some of the plays he made Sunday. And I feel like Pittsburgh is a team that's bad enough or offensively challenged enough to where Justin Fields can explode and have him a good enough game to where he can figure it out early, get going, and then take off because Pittsburgh will be there the entire game. Like they can hang around the entire game with Pittsburgh not being an explosive offense. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, team's lucky because I remember when my Ravens had to play against Pittsburgh when them motherfuckers had the triple Bs and all that shit, bruh. Whole different Pittsburgh now, ladies and gentlemen. Them motherfuckers used to be able to play offense and defense. Whole nother team. But, I'm taking Chicago and probably a surprise pick, really, because I just like Justin Herbert, bro. And I always say this: quarterbacks are the ultimate X factor, bro. They the ones who can change everything. Like you got a great defense. No, change that. Your defense playing bad. Your offense playing bad, receivers dropping balls, running backs not running good, bad play calling, everything going bad. A great quarterback can find a way to lift your team above that. I think Justin Herbert gonna end up being great, bro. I really do. His last game showed me that motherfucker got a lot of heart and he got a lot of skill. And if they can just fire these bozos, that coaching staff and GM, and get my boy a whole fresh start over there, I just think Chicago got one. But Chicago nowhere near the bad organization that the Jacksonville Jaguars is. So Chicago fans shouldn't worry about Justin Herbert being ruined. Justin Herbert, I keep calling this motherfucker Justin Herbert. They shouldn't be worried about Justin Fields getting ruined because I believe they will fire the coach and shit before they allow Justin Fields to be ruined, especially if they looking at these games and seeing what I see. There's no way they're going to allow Matt Nagy and those bozos to fuck up Justin Fields' career, bro. Because that motherfucker is going to be special. Chicago, y'all got one. And with that being said, we have come to the end of the podcast. I really appreciate y'all joining me, man, especially if you join me on a weekly basis. I fucking fuck with you. Pause. You's a real one, man. Hey, go tell somebody that you fuck with them heavy today, man. I just did it for you, and it made your day a little bit better, right? So go do that for somebody else. Have a dope day. Have a dope afternoon. Have a dope night. I'm probably going to go in here. I'm not telling y'all what I'm finna do. It's none of y'all business what I'm finna do. Respectfully. Hey, man, y'all have a good night, man. Saint out, man. Appreciate y'all. That's love. I fuck with y'all heavy, man. All right, Saint out for real now.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these 2 words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps because they know. They know what happens next. So without further ado,
Free smoke.
look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver, pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva.